Good morning, Dave here with Organic Gardening in North Carolina. It is November the 31st, and I'm a little late for my November tour. So let me turn the camera around and show you what's growing in the garden now. I love hearing those birds out here. I'm not sure what bird that is, but it was loud. Okay, there's a daikon radish that is probably about to go to seed, a little old. My blueberry bushes, this is the biggest one. Looks like they're getting ready to drop their leaves. See, I also got some kale up here. Chopped down some of my comfrey. That's the Bocking 14, if I said that right. That's my garlic. I winterized this little fig tree by putting a cage around it and putting some straw in. It's possible that that would make it too wet around the stems and they would rot, but last year this one died to the ground, last year I buried this in the ground. It was only a 6-inch tall one. I buried it in the ground and it made it through the winter, or I put some wood chips over it actually. So you can see I had some late season figs that didn't have time to mature. So hopefully if the tree makes it through the winter, we don't have too bad a winter this year, it'll be ready to produce in the spring. But yeah, we've got some frost here that took care of that. See, I do have some just cover crop in here. I think that mostly is the daikon radish. Alright, moving right along. Has some carrots growing here. This is Goliath spinach. I planted a whole row of it and only had this one plant that is actually making it here. Not sure why. I know there are chipmunks around here, and I think this is from my wife letting our rabbits run around in the garden. This is Swiss chard. Got a nice little row of that. Got a bunch of ground cherries that I'm not sure if looks like I should be able to eat this. This looks like it's pretty orange in there. Not quite ripe, probably. Let me try it. Yeah, it's a little tart. There's a bunch of them that are about the same there. Yeah, that one is just frost damaged. There's nothing in there, but yeah, I think they're about done. My goji berry actually started bouncing back a bit from the summer. There's some more premier kale. This is my ginger that I haven't harvested yet. Gotta get that out of the ground. You can see the nodules are coming up out of the ground. And it looks like this is looks like it's like a flower that was starting to form. This is my oh, my mind is blank. It'll come to me in a second. Whoa, look at these rattlesnake beans. Those are huge. I'll let those go to seed to plant for next year. But they're climbing up the see, it's on the tip of my tongue. Why can't I think what that tree is? But anyways, it grew It's probably close to 18, 20 feet in 1 year. I'll tell you in a little bit what that tree is. I'm really not thinking. Here's my raspberry that I just planted. It is Black Magic. It's supposed to get to a nice height and not get too tall. Here's some more of the cover crop. You see, I had some peas in there too. Those are snow peas or sugar peas, which if they make some pods still, I can still be munching on those. Here's some more nice comfrey. And here's some ridged gourd, Chinese okra, loofah sponge. Should be able to hear the seeds rattling in there. Maybe it's not dried out enough. But to get this coat off, I found out it has to be at the right moisture level. So since these are so dried out, what I do is I cut the bottom off and shake the seeds out, and then I soak them in water, and then I can peel the skin off easily. Let's see, I got a bunch of these. Alrighty, this is my raised bed that I planted with stuff early fall. Like this looks like arugula going to seed. This is some sorrel, which is really a tender leaf, sort of lemony sour. This looks like mustard greens. There's some Swiss chard from a really old plant. Some dinosaur kale, I believe. This is called wow, my mind's really going blank. Probably because I should be at work or be heading to work. It's the green that Paul Gotchi said can feed an army, but it's never done a whole lot for me here. This is like the second year I've planted it. Oh, I'll put on the screen what it is if I edit this video, because it's on the tip of my tongue. But anyways, some more strawberries here. There's a mustard green. More arugula. Mustard green. This is a peach tree volunteer, I believe. It's about 3 feet tall, and it's looking real healthy for getting all this frost. It might be getting more protection in this raised bed here and with the wood chips. Because if you see over there beside the shed, the little stick right here is my big peach tree. It's completely dormant. All the leaves off of it. Okay, here's some speckled lettuce. I got the seeds from M.I. Gardner. Another nice kale plant. The raspberries were still producing. Oh, look, there's one that even has a little berry on it still. Alrighty. I've planted some new strawberries here. They came and they were like yellow dying leaves, but I put them in the ground and they're starting to green up. Our strawberries don't die the whole way to the ground here because we don't really get that cold. Here's some more sugar peas that I put up on a trellis. So I have been eating some of those. Of course, my tomato cage, pepper cage, did well for the peppers. The tomatoes didn't do a whole lot in it though. I planted some onions in here. If something was digging that up, or I just dropped one there. But they're not coming up so well in there, but over here they are coming up. I planted little bulbs and they're coming up. They are like little green onions, or spring onions I should say. Planted some mustard greens here. My bloody dock came back. I have some bags of the straw from the rabbit cages. I need to find the spot to spread it. Here's another bed of lettuce. Here's my largest fig tree. It did the same thing. It put on late season figs. This thing died down to the ground last winter. So all this growth is from after it froze out last winter. And that's probably 6, almost 7 feet tall, that main leader. And I'm probably gonna prune some of that out. Maybe put burlap or a sack, wrap it around and tie it up. Right, here's my Jerusalem artichokes. I think I might have said this before, but my wife found online that people were selling Jerusalem artichoke stalks for their rabbits to chew on. So she's like, hey, don't you have these? I said, yeah, I just compost them. She's like, no, give them to my rabbits. So we've been doing that, and the rabbits really love it. They chew on these edges and really seem to like it. Let's see, down here I planted some broccoli that I got from the store. It's called Marathon broccoli. I think I only got like 3 of those. And then I transplanted some that were holding over from last year. Transplanted them over here. They seem like they're doing pretty good. Here's the largest apple tree that I got, that I planted from seed. And that thing's about 4 feet tall now. I guess it's had 1 year of growing. So I'll probably prune that down a bit so the stalk will have a chance to grow more. I think that's a holdover from last year. I think it's broccoli. Some more ridge gourd. Here's my pepper plants with the last of the peppers that I didn't get harvested. Some more lettuce. I put another blackberry bush up here. And here you can see the seeds from my Malabar spinach. The leaves have got frosted and died. And I need to harvest some of these seeds because I promised some people some seeds. There's some more of the daikon radish. Oh, here's some nice sugar peas or snow peas. These are actually a little old. Here's some more Goliath spinach. Really hasn't started taking off yet. Hopefully it'll start taking off now. Try a taste. Doesn't have a whole lot of taste. Okay, here's another bed of carrots. Well, I think I'm running out of garden. Alright, so there was my November 31st garden tour. Feel like it wasn't all that exciting, but I hope you enjoyed it. Have a blessed day, and I will see you in December.